The history of Olympic Games. Olympic Games started in the year 776 before Christ at Olympia in Greece, but 11 centuries after, the Olympic Games are suspended by the emperor for being considered pagan games. The modern Olympic Games are inspired in the ancient games. Those games started in 1894 and still in the present. The countries that have won more medals in the Olympic Games are United States, Soviet Union, and Germany. The disciplines in which United States stands out are athletics with 802 medals, swimming with 553 medals, springboard diving with 138 medals. The disciplines in which Soviet Union stands out are athletics with 195 medals, gymnastics with 184 medals, and Greco-Roman with 116 medals fights. The discipline in which Germany stands out are athletics with 80 medals, rafting with 70 medals, and swimming with 61 medals. Mexico develops as follows in these disciplines. In swimming, Mexico has 2 medals. In athletics, Mexico has 11 medals. In springboard diving, Mexico has 14 medals, and in rafting, Mexico has 0 medals. Also, in Greco-Roman, Mexico has 1 silver medal. Mexico's performance is due to the lack of resources that exist to sports, because without these resources, it's very difficult to stand out. But this is not the only problem, because it's necessary to a country to implement the culture of sports. But in Mexico, it's very difficult to see this, because people are not implemented since they are children.
We made a survey of 10 questions to more than 50 people to know how much people is interested on sports, in this case, specifically in the Olympic Games. The questions that we make were these. Did you know that the modern Olympics are inspired by the Olympic Games of ancient Greece? Did you know that the first edition of the Olympic Games took place in Athens in the year 1896? Did you know that the women began to participate from the year 1900 on only some disciplines? Did you know that the Olympic Games were not celebrated in 1916, 1940, and 1944 because of the conflicts of the First and Second World War? Did you know that there are currently 37 disciplines in the Summer Olympics? Did you know that the United States is the country that has more medals in the Olympic Games? Do you think Mexico would improve its performance in the Olympic Games if there were more resources? Do you think the lack of support in sports is due to the corruption that exists in Mexico? Do you think athletes could more easily reach the goal if they have more support? Do you think Mexico will have a better performance in the next Olympic Games?
The results are very amazing. We made this survey to see if people are interested on the Olympic Games. Some of the solutions to these problems could be make campaigns for recover money for sports. The government can destinate more money for the sports, focus more in more sports and not only on football, and implement the sports on kids so they can grow with sports and have a healthy life, and punish all the corrupt persons that don't help the sports growing.